let me take a guess. You're watching these videos because something's going on in your relationship. There is some persistent problem that you're trying to solve that you haven't been able to solve up until now. And I'll tell you why most people haven't been able to solve their relationship problems. And I've been doing this for 25 years or more. And part of that is because they don't have the tools that they need. And the second reason, they're focused on the wrong problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what you need to focus on and how you can get the tools. And behind me, I've got, this is what, whether you know it or not, this is your unconscious mind. This is what's really running your relationship. And behind this is the 7 core skills that you need to make your relationship remarkable. So let me dive in to one part of this. Here's the number one problem that people have, that they're focused on the wrong problem. And their problem is, or what they're focused on is who is the problem. And they're pointing at each other. When a couple comes in to see me and get some relationship coaching, they're normally with the other person saying, that's the problem. I'm just here to make sure they get here. And see, what happens is if they can't agree on what the problem is, they won't agree on the solution. And so what we need to move away from is move away from who is the problem to what is the problem. Do you need new communication tools? Do you need to be able to name, negotiate, and notice your needs? Do you need conflict resolution and healing your wounds and taming your triggers? So what we want to do is dive in, find out what's going on with your unconscious mind and what skills that you need to turn your relationship around. I'm Paul Sterling. I am a communication and intimacy coach. And what I do is I help couples communicate better so they can have more intimacy and get more of their needs met in their relationships. In fact, I wrote a best-selling book on it called Argue Less, Love More. So if you want to know how to argue less, love more, how to communicate better, how to get more intimacy, and there's 3 types or 3 shades of intimacy. There's sexual intimacy, physical intimacy, and emotional intimacy. And you need to have all 3 of those. So more intimacy, more communication, or better communication, and getting more of your needs met. Because in a lot of relationships, it feels like your needs are a burden rather than something that's precious. So that's it. There should be a button here. Click on the button, put your name and email in there, and then bop over and take a deeper dive into the video on what are the 7 skills. And I'll explain that. What that is called your ROS, your Relationship Operating System. And that is, the way I describe that is there are hundreds, if not thousands of things influencing your relationship, but there is one thing, one system that is driving it. And that is that right there. And until you understand that, you don't have much chance of turning your relationship around. All right. Talk to you soon. Click on the button, put your name and email in. See you on the other side.